Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you too.
I love these things, bro.
Just keep doing CFMoto things. I'm driving and bolts are falling out.
That's what happens, bud.
Weight reduction.
I haven't used these Cardo headsets yet before. I've got the one on my helmet, but I haven't used the headphones.
Yeah, they are. I have the one in my helmet too.
Yeah, see, wherever we ride, you have to wear a helmet, right? When we ride our usual terrain, you need a helmet.
Right, yeah.
Out here, we're just kind of cruising, right? Like, you're not setting any land speed records. You're just putting around. Makes sense why people are, like, you know, not wearing helmets. But, I mean, if you're going to go hit a climb,
you should have one on.
I should have one on, yeah. All right, let's get this going.
All right.
We're here with Justin Drake, a.k.a. Justin the Creator. For you guys watching my channel, you might have seen him before in some of our Tennessee content. He's the man behind this event. Well done, man. It's Sunday, so the event's pretty much over.
Yeah, everybody's
success.
Absolute success. We had a great crowd, no problems, no issues, nobody hurt. Concert went great. Weather cooperated for Saturday, and it was beautiful.
So what we're doing here today is a pretty interesting concept Justin and I talked about, and he had this idea where since we're all rocking these Cardo systems communicators, and they're getting real popular out on the trails, we figured we'd do some cool content with them and record it so you guys could kind of go along on a leisurely ride with us and we could chat. So maybe, Justin, why don't you kind of introduce the concept here?
Okay, so the concept here is we just want to get to know the off-road industry. I've already filmed one of these with Real Talk Power Sports. Blake Salon's a great friend of mine. Basically, we're here to just learn about who these people are, not in front of the camera. It's something that we think that you would enjoy. I know that I've enjoyed the one that I've done, and I know I'll enjoy this one because Julian always has a great insight on just about everything. It's called Talkin Side by Side.
Well, thanks for having me as one of your first guests.
Absolutely. Let's just get right into it. The first question I have for you, Julian, is your videos are known for their length and depth of exploration. How do you manage time commitment required both on and off the trail?
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I make long videos. Over the years, we've kind of developed this niche at AdrenalineJunkieProd where we make very kind of immersive, in-depth, long-format trail riding content that usually averages anywhere from 1.5 to about 3.5 hours per video. I mean, I started this about 12 years ago, and there wasn't many people making side-by-side content, and I was watching YouTube, and I was craving to sit down and watch a video like I'd watch on TV, like a 30-minute, 45-minute segment where I didn't have to keep sifting through 30-second, 1-minute, 2-minute videos, which are just shaky on a cell phone. And 10 years ago, you remember what cell phone video was like. It was
awful.
Nothing like it is today. I thought, you know, we went out, I was always in photography. I started sticking some videos together, not thinking it would ever go anywhere, and it just kind of evolved into this. I made videos I thought I would want to watch, and over the years, it's turned into these videos where, you know, you join up with us in the morning, we load up the gear, we hit the road, we get to the trail, we ride, you're with us through the good, the bad, and everything in between. You see it all. We break down, you see it. You know, we roll over, you see it. We make it, you see it. When you're out all day for 8, 9, 10 hours, that turns into a long video. That's kind of how it's evolved. How do I manage it? I don't know. You got to be a little crazy, I think. There's a reason no one else is making long format videos like this, is because my average 2-hour video, I spend around 100 hours editing it.
That's
sometimes
crazy.
More, sometimes less. It's just a balance. I love what I do. Thanks to all the fans and the viewers over the years and the support from different brands. I've been lucky enough that 2 years ago I was able to quit my full-time job and focus on this. It's made it a lot easier to manage this stuff. But, I mean, I put in 60 hours a week. I grind. You know how it is.
Right.
There's a lot of travel time. There's a lot of filming. There's keeping up with the equipment, keeping up with computer stuff, all that processing, all that editing. You just can't rush quality.
Well, and to balance that with having, you know, a wife and 2 young kids, the coolest thing about your videos is, like, you really do feel like you are along on the trip with you. That's what I love about your long form videos, because it does. It starts in the morning, you take us to breakfast, you do the whole thing through the whole day. Everything is filmed, and it really does feel as a viewer almost like I am right now, just sitting right here next to you, That's how it feels when you watch your videos. It really does.
And that's the biggest compliment anyone can give me. So thanks, man, because like that's what I try to do. And when someone tells me one of my videos made them feel like they were there, that's a video I consider successful, because that's what I'm after. I want to share that amazing experience, because you know how awesome the off-road community is. It's just awesome to be able to share this with people. And sometimes when people are wanting to get into this, they don't know what to expect. So there's a lot of people on the videos that, you know, want to figure out which machine they should get, which machine they should upgrade to, what to expect on the trail, what to bring with them. We try to just show all that. What you see on camera is just the reality of what you get. It's not really filtered, which is why some videos are more exciting, some are a little slower, some are shorter, some are longer. And I gotta say, you know, I'm very lucky that my wife is supportive of this. She's been the one who's pushed me to go full time, as well as my partners and the sponsors. I'm lucky I'm able to bring my children out on the rides. I'm lucky that we're able to share this experience, because I really, really feel that that's what offering is about. It's always been about community. You'll hear me say that in all the videos. We don't care what you ride. If you're out riding and you're out having a good time, you're always welcome with us.
Right. As your following continues to grow, how do you ensure that you stay true to your
Hardest part is the balance you explained. You know, managing a home life, you know, looking after the house, maintaining a fleet of side-by-sides. I don't have anyone that edits for me. I don't really have anyone that helps except my wife. She's one of our main camera girls. We always call her camera girl Ksenia, and she gets some of the best shots we've got in the videos. But, you know, with the kids, she can't always come out. Moving forward, I don't focus on numbers. I focus on trying to create content I want to consume and I think my viewers want to consume, and that's how I stay true to it. I'm here for the industry. I'm passionate about this. I'd be doing this regardless of having 80 or 90,000 subscribers, or if I had 900. I really am in this because I enjoy the process. I've just been blessed enough that I'm able to share it with so many supportive people, and I thank them all for that, because without you guys, I wouldn't be out here right now riding in Mississippi. I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met Blake. I wouldn't have been able to experience all these things with my family. It's easier to keep things in balance when I'm able to include everyone.
What advice do you have for others who are starting their YouTube channel or social media?
I get that question quite a bit since, I've been doing this for 12 years since I started, taking it seriously, business-wise, more or less, for 5 or 6. The first step towards not making it is focusing on money.
Right.
Everyone I ever hear come to me and say they want to make money or they want to get 100,000 subs, I just remind them of the golden rule: good content.
Right.
If you create good content, if you build it, they will come. You can't get any of the other stuff until you create content that others want to consume. And you have to be your harshest critic. You got to be real with yourself. You can't just slap things together and rush them out and expect people to flock. So I don't focus on subs and money and numbers. I focus on creating content that I think is valuable and adds value to the community. I think as a result of that, I've managed to become successful. But 12 years, guys, get that through your heads. This doesn't happen overnight. No. I put in the time. Nobody knew who I was for many, many years. I still feel very uncomfortable when people walk up to me and say stuff like, "Oh man, you're famous." I am not. I'm literally just a dude with a camera that's lucky enough to go out and film videos that other people want to enjoy.
With you being in Canada and, obviously being here in the U.S., a lot of your videos, get filmed here in the U.S. too. How do you choose your destinations, and what factors do you consider when planning your trips?
If you got anyone that's been watching our channel will know, we're into technical terrain. We love rock crawling. We love hill climbs. We love the ups and downs and the technical stuff. We don't mind going 3 miles over 12 hours.
Right.
That's what we go out looking for. We love that. Pushing the limits, That's what we go hunting for. We're lucky that we have some good terrain, some private trails at home, and then that's why you see us going back to Tennessee, West Virginia, those areas around Kentucky over and over again, because that's where the rock is, the mountains, the elevation changes, the scenery. That's the full package. That's what we really like to do. It's my first time down in Mississippi here. This trail here, I was laughing. I made a Facebook post earlier, and I said, I don't think I've seen a rock all weekend.
You haven't. So
is it not fun? No. It's still a good time, and the people here are amazing. I was laughing with Blake, and I said, we try to avoid all this mud and this terrain here. What the heck? Speaking of mud, Should I be going this way?
I don't know. I have no idea how deep that is.
Okay, hold on.
Today's Talkin Side-by-Side episode is brought to you by 3starutv.com. It's one of the leading manufacturers of windshields and enclosures in the industry. 3starutv.com has got you covered no matter your brand. From Arctic Cat to Yamaha, they do it all. They also manufacture a wide variety of products from hard doors to lower doors to tinted roofs to skid plates and so much more. Manufactured in the heart of the USA in Carlisle, Kentucky, everything is sourced and made right here. So whether you need a mesh enclosure for the summer to help keep out dust and debris, windshields or skid plates to keep you protected on the trail, or a full enclosure, here at 3-Star UTV, got you covered.
With that being said, I mean, I don't mind some mud. I know how to go through mud.
Right.
No matter how much you try to avoid mud, you're going to go through mud.
What's one place that you hope to visit in the next year or two?
An area I really want to visit in the next year or two is I want to get out to Utah, California area, and Arizona. I'm going to go around this stuff. I don't want to go through there. I really want to get out there. I want to do that rock crawling in Utah. I want to experience some desert riding. I'd love to see the Glamis sand dunes.
Yes.
That's an area we want to go. And then as far as Canada's concerned, I'd like to go out west. I'd like to go to Alberta and British Columbia, out that way and explore the mountains and the scenery there. So those are the biggest thing holding me back, that they're both the same, similar kind of distance. It's a 3-day drive.
Right.
And with fuel costs and you know, trying to manage the family life, it gets a little complicated sometimes. We're going to lock her up for this one. Maybe we can go around.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it's just the distances and the biggest costs I have associated with what I do right now are logistical. Fueling the vehicles to get us to where we need to go. It costs me $1,000 just to drive down here on fuel.
Wow.
So, I mean, those are the costs. I'd like to go a lot of places. I mean, I love exploring new terrain, new trails, new riding conditions. I want to go to Idaho. I'd love to go to Montana, explore the Rockies.
Yeah.
I really, really want to make it out to Alaska one day. You name it, I want to go.
A bit of an easier question. What part do you replace the most?
You're going to have to ask me what kind of vehicle it's on. A CFMoto, a Polaris.
Let's just talk about Polaris. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, as long as you keep up on your routine maintenance, most of these machines are quite reliable.
Right.
I would say on a Polaris, like a turbo application, yeah, obviously you got to pay a lot of attention to the clutches, doing stuff like belts. Razors are notorious for having axle issues, so you replace a lot of axles. But besides that, just regular wear and tear. I mean, if you want to joke about it, nothing eats wheel bearings like a Polaris Razor, so you do a lot of those. And then on the CFMotos, I've got 2 of them now, and quite honestly, I haven't ridden enough to really wear them out yet.
Right.
So we'll have to wait and see how things go with those.
Nice. As someone that is deeply involved in off-roading, what trends do you see emerging?
I don't know. I mean, if we talk about like side-by-sides, which is what we're more kind of in tune with overall, I would say that I see a lot of machines getting a heck of a lot bigger. We see the high horsepower.
Yep.
We see the big. You want to go through the creek again or go up this way?
We can probably
Creek's
go
a little
through the
more
creek.
scenic. Yeah. So I think these machines are just getting bigger and more powerful. And recently we've been chatting a lot on social media about, you used to put 28s on the machine and they were upgrades. Then you put 30s on them and they were big. Then you put 32s on them. Now you're putting 35s on them. And now people are starting to slap 37s on stock machines. It's really making it weird because the trails get run out to that. And then a guy on 30s can't even make it down a feeder trail.
Yeah, except unless it's New York Mike. I think New York Mike can make it.
Well, I'll give you a little spoiler. New York Mike just put 32s on his machine for the same reason.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, we were pulling cable on sections of trail like this because of high centering. So, I mean, the trends, I'm also seeing that, and don't take this the wrong way, a lot more people have come into the sport since COVID, and that's great. But a lot of the trail etiquette and that unwritten code has kind of loosened a bit, I would say.
Right.
I see a lot more litter on the trails.
Yes.
I see a lot more people not being able to self-control themselves when it comes to drinking. We won't get into the zero tolerance conversation, but I think it's more simple than that in life. It's about moderation. There's a time and a place. A beer or two is a beer or two. There's a difference between a beer or two and a case or two. People not wearing helmets, people not wearing seatbelts when they're pushing their limits. That's the stuff that I see a lot more of, and that's the stuff that's getting trails closed. Plain and simple.
Right. No, you're exactly right.
And, you know, we got my daughter Evelina in the back with us. We had my son Adrian out. Blake's got kids. You got kids. I want to be able to do this in 20 years with my kids.
Right. Me too.
That's why I want to promote sustainable and responsible off-roading. And that doesn't mean I'm a Karen, and that doesn't mean I don't want to have fun and break stuff and do silly things. But there's a line.
Right. And there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah, there is.
So
if you want to get blackout drunk, maybe you should wait till you get back to camp.
Right. And for the last question, if your off-road life had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh man, you kind of tipped me off that you'd be asking me this the other day, and I tried to think about it, and the only thing I can tell you is I love music, and I love all sorts of music, whether it's rock, hip hop, rap, country, anything. It all depends on the mood I'm in, what I'm doing, where I am. I don't think I could tell you that there's a song that would encapsulate all that into one thing. To be honest with you, multiple side-by-sides over the years, you'll never catch me listening to music in one. I use these things to get away.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
I always say the only instrument I know how to play is the throttle pedal.
That's perfect. I love that. So basically, your theme song just hasn't been written yet.
Yeah, we could say that, or I just haven't heard it yet.
Right. Awesome.
But I love doing this stuff, and I hope I can do it as long as possible, and I hope I can meet way more awesome people along the way, like you and a bunch of the other people in my videos. I've made so many lifelong friendships through this channel. I just want to keep growing this community. That's why I'm so excited to be on your program here, and hopefully I'll be able to share this with some of my viewers as well. Absolutely,
man. Absolutely. Well, Julian, thank you for taking the time today at the Sunday here at the end of the event to do this interview and talk with us. I met you November, I think, at Windrock.
Yep.
And, we've stayed in contact ever since. You've been extremely gracious and kind to me, and I appreciate your friendship and the conversations we have and the knowledge that you shared with me. And I'm really happy to know you and proud to call you a friend.
Right back at you, man. Right back at you. And we'll just go back to saying what we did about the community. This is what you can expect out of the off-road community. You meet these people and you have a common interest, but then when you get to know each other, you have so much more in common.
Yes.
And it's just awesome. So if you're thinking about getting a side-by-side or an ATV, don't hesitate. Get out there, get yourself a unit, and go out there and experience all these awesome things that off-roading can show you. And you know what? I want to ask you a question. Where do you see yourself going in the future? Because you organized this event. So thank you.
Yes.
Because without guys like you, the riders have these places to go. So how do you see things growing for you into the future?
Man, honestly, I hope to just continue doing events that are successful and that, people are enjoying. The main thing that I like about the events is the chaos of it, to be honest. Like the Saturday morning, 1,000 people trying to get through the gate, having to logistically position, the employees and, make sure everybody's doing what their thing and just going from fire to fire, like putting those out. I like
you're a problem solver.
I like being able to walk into a problem and watch it be fixed. And
I can relate. I can relate to that. So that's awesome, man. You did an excellent job from the venue to the music to everything in between, the food, all that stuff was great. So thanks again, man.
Yeah,
and
no problem.
Big shout out to Cardo Systems because they're what's making this possible. They make some wicked products. So if you guys want a better way to communicate with your passengers or your friends on the trail, make sure you check out the Cardo Systems website. They got a lot of wicked products to offer you. They really do escalate the enjoyment when you're out riding.
100%. My wife and I were actually just talking about that because we had to yell kind of back and forth. With these, like being able to conversate with her, and even when we're in separate machines, it's even better because, I can let her know, hey, this is coming up, or hey, this is how you got to do this, and I don't have to yell and scream. She can hear me clearly. There's zero wind noise. You can hardly hear the machines. Like these systems have
noise cancellation software or like whatever they're using to cancel the noise is like unbelievable.
It's phenomenal. Yes, because this audio is recorded from these headsets, so I mean you'll be able to hear and judge for yourself. So, but thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Catch us on the next Talking Side by Side. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, man, that was great. These are amazing.
Yes, I love them, bro. Sometimes we just wear them around the house, talk each other from different rooms.
Actually,
No.
Oh wow, it gets really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can hear so well.
You want to grab a picture real quick, man? Jeremy McGrath and I, we battled back and forth for hours.
Bryce Sparks and Whiskey Biz, are they two different personalities, two different people?
That's good, dude. That's a good question, man. When some of these people really do, say some hateful things, it's tough not to blast them.